Hello sir, welcome back to a new video. In today's video I want to share my experience taking two COVID tests here in Kazakhstan. It was a very interesting experience, and before I talk about it I want to show the city now. Today is November 26th and today is the first heavy snow day. So I'm having a walk, getting some fresh air. Hi again. As I said before, in this video I want to share my experience having two COVID tests in the previous month. So this is November now. At the end of October and beginning of November, I started having fever. It was a slight fever. Then the fever just kept going on for 2 to 3 days. I was sure that it was not COVID because I always stayed at home. I went out maybe once a week just to the grocery shop to buy some stuff. But other than that, I didn't meet anyone, so I was sure that it was not COVID. But the interesting thing was the fever went on for 5 days. So I started taking paracetamols every night. And this time it was interesting because usually when I have fever, it's a cycle. First day I have like a nose leak, then I have a fever, then cough, headache, all those things. But this time I was having constant fever for 5 days. The interesting thing was I was not having any chest pain or any strong COVID-19 symptoms. So the fever went on for 5 days, and on 6th day I was feeling very tired. I cannot walk, my bones were paining. I went to a nearby hospital. It's like a biggest private hospital in Aktobe. It's called Daru. I went there, I told all my symptoms. First thing they did was they did express COVID test. They took blood from my finger, and within 1 or 2 hours they gave a result saying that I didn't have any COVID-19. Still the doctor was curious why I was having fever, why it's not going away, or why it's not changing into cough and everything. So they gave me a long list of tests, and it cost me around 40,000 tenge. It tests for my heart, my stomach, blood, ECG, ultrasonic, all those things. And all the tests cost me around 40,000 tenge, but the COVID Express test cost around 3,000 tenge, 3,000 or 3,500 tenge. It was a kind of unofficial test because they didn't take any of my details. They did a quick test, asked me to wait, and then they gave me the result. After all this tests, all the tests were looking fine, and the doctor couldn't find what issue I had. So the doctor prescribed me some kind of aspirin. I came home, took aspirin for 2-3 days. Still my fever is not going down. Every day night I was feeling very cold, and my temperature was around 38.5, 39 degrees Celsius. The next day I went to my hospital where I'm registered. It's called Inderteach. It's where my insurance is also registered. I went there, I told my symptoms. They said all the symptoms are for COVID-19 except chest pain, because I didn't have any chest pain. I didn't have any problems for breathing. So I did the PCR test. They put me in a special room with ventilation. A doctor came with full mask, full suit, and took a swab from my nose. It just went directly to my brain, and from the throat. They took down all my details, where I work, who I'm living with, my phone number, my passport number, EIN, tax number, everything. And they asked me to isolate myself for 2 days till the result comes. The result came after 48 hours. I think it's between 24 and 48 hours. The result came to my email. The result was in Kazakh, Russian, and English language, and it was negative. It was in 3 languages. It's very helpful because when you travel abroad, you can use the Kazakh version in Kazakhstan, and when you are abroad, you can use the English version. So it shows that I don't have virus. It also shows which method they used, because Express is different for blood, PCR is different by using the swab. So everything all the tests negative, everything is fine. I had this long fever for 10 days. I was struggling a lot, and by the end of 10 days it started going down and everything was fine. Especially now it's a very bad time to have a fever, because whenever I go to the hospital and I talk to the receptionist that I'm having fever or I'm having body pain, everybody gets panic. People just start running around, put their masks, calling all the doctors. They don't know what to do. One more thing I want to say is the government of Kazakhstan released an application called Sakbol. It's for Android and iOS. It's used for contact tracing, because when you get the result of your COVID test, you can see your result only through this app. So it's forced you to install this app on your phone, and you enter your number, which number they gave during the test, and it shows whether you're positive or negative. And you can keep this application installed, and it always keeps your Bluetooth on. So whenever you walk around the city, and if you are in contact with someone who has or had COVID-19 before, it gives notifications asking to check your surroundings or stay home and isolate yourself more. This was my experience. When I went to my hospital, Interteach, I was thinking it's going to be free. But when I asked them the price, it was around 12,000 tenge, and they said because it's a pandemic is not included in the insurance, and I had to pay separately, which was not a big thing, because more important for me is my health. So the express test cost me around 3,000 tenge, and the PCR test cost me around 12,000 tenge. That's it. If you have any questions, please let me know. Sorry for not posting video for a very long time. I was busy with work, teaching from home, and all the pandemic stuff. If you enjoy this video, please do subscribe, because when I look at my statistics, 96% of the people who watch my videos are not subscribed. So please subscribe so that you can see the future videos. Take care of yourself. Goodbye.